to kick back at the broken spear after a long day.
Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old terminal.
Good place to start.
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives. And the Freestar Code. Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cap... One, they want to see this and two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of them. The cabinets the UC... Any major decision the UC makes goes through. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind. Well, that's about the best. Percival and I, we were military scientists.
Place I was hiding.
After some early... a practice that's been... Oh. Well... That means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us, and hopefully... All right. I'm gonna go get this workup into the...
Good luck.
What can I help you?
What is it? Bye for now. Yes, what?
Friend to one devil, friend to them all.
Not a lot of folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger like that.
Failure to comply with the ordinance will result in fines exceeding 5,000 credits or 100 hours community service.
Might be time I start working on some projects of my own.
Be careful down near the mines, eh? Dinner, any of you? Active sites at your own risk.
Subterranean particles. Be advised that the field is article and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation. In 5, 4,
Secure station spacers and leading an assault on Baruch Zell. Following is a Freestar Collective and more than its share of conquerors.
particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Deimos employee. I coordinate between Deimos Star Yards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and my job is... Bye then.
See, I couldn't really use it. Keep up the good work. Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
I doubt anything's going to happen. You're not saying you can't have...
Oh, of course not. Just everything would just operate a little more smoothly if I had someone to assist me.
Well, you know office space is limited, but we'll see.
If
I'll
you
make
come
an
across
estimate
any of the
and see
miners
what they have to
exhibiting
say.
worrisome behavior, feel free to let me know about it.
Unless you're a Deimos employee, I can't really help you.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're...
I hope your day is going well. Hello? Do you... Oh my, in that... You're very welcome. Hello? Do you... Goodbye now.
I couldn't be. You simply won't find a politician who works harder for his people than I do. That's cute, but not enough. If you're not... Enjoy Sidonia.
Just because the governor's office is right there on the main level.
How's the saying go? Show no mercy.
In order to avoid injury, please report any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper level to the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
Doc says I gotta watch my blood pressure. Like I can do that on a job like this.
Seen better days. I wonder if it's always looked like this.
access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope you remember the way back to the surface.
Badly for you.
Don't leave any of that behind. This must lead to the miners' living quarters. I can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground. can't get through this way, perhaps we should try making our way down using the caves in the back of the area. They've got any weapons or ammo. Exploring these mining operations has given me a new appreciation for the risks dozens take to make a living. My word, I can't imagine how an engineer could make heads or tails of this chaotic collection of drilling machinery. Well, this explains why the miners ceased drilling. Someone must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. Shame.
I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? A fast-growing terramorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells. I'm gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt.
Just paid the whole thing off, huh? Hope it's obvious from my current circumstances that that's gonna be a gift, not a loan.
All cute. Ease into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Hadrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. No, that's the problem. This looks about as genuine as they come. This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was a city wiped completely off the map by terramorphs. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? Because until now, the terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here. The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
I'm listening. Bringing anything useful? Feel free to drop... Glad to hold. Maybe another time.
bra right now.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version.
makes two of us.
I hope it That's... So,
Got it right here. That sample?
Londinian.
Not thrilled to be the bearer.
Well, right now, we've got...
Good place to start.
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archive? Doesn't that mean? And the Freestar Collective? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some... One, they want to see this analysis. And two, they want to dis... with both of us. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC Xenowarfare, a practice that... Oh. But it was during... The project never got off the ground. But under the watchful... But if we can convince... And hopefully, how to... Alright. I'm gonna go get this work up and...
Good luck.
Careful near the railings on the upper left. Need some work done?
Captain?
Retros firing. Orbit stabilized. Smooth jump.
You're entering United Colony phase. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my Freestar Collective, and the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, I really appreciate. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else? Or if you've no telling how. Then I guess it's just a matter of.
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there. But no.
Hello.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement. Now, Captain, we've already... Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting.
While no one would argue that what happened on Tauset, they've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tausetti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain.
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanners somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. The nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. It's going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, you can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. What the hell happened back there? Or you could have used the EM. Now, the way those people were...
We tried to restrain, but some of the other officers down.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorph. It affects everyone. You kill the morph? Let's do it.
That's unlocked.
Hey. Want to see what I'm Okay. You've got something for me? Let's see what you've got. Bye-bye.
No time to waste, Captain. Stash the other firepower. Let's move.
All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
My backup. Don't just stand there. Tell it.
We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare, and whatever support. Can't risk them taking over anymore.
okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now,
Sure they had
it's
something we
not
can use.
real. We have to put down that floor. Target down. Nice work, Captain.
Guess they weren't kidding about you.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the... Captain, we should report back to the President. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
That the last one? Thank God.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. All.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
When you see security lose
There
an
you
officer,
are.
I make it my
I believe
responsibility to call
we
their
have some
family.
things we should discuss.
I've got a lot of calls to make now.
The loss of life, damage to the spaceport. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of the... But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks. Excellent. But as you've both made clear, someone who knows precise, the Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be... We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So... I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access. You should be able to find her in our office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that day.
These orders can't be. Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done. That must make you my vanguard. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct? Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than...
I couldn't agree more. Both ambassadors have reasons they... No, I'll provide.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence. Though that doesn't mean.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed. Who do you want to start with? Now, officially...
Use your experiences.
Who knows? But my...
Certainly.
UC intelligence has...
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if your report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. All right. Here. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval. It does. We're not 100% sure. By his public appearances, we're always... Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and... I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you... Here, this device... And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clear... I'd suggest you start...
Be smart out there, Captain.
Yes?
The next time Terrormorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead. And I'll follow.
restricted zone.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Official business? Talk to the ambassador.
I'm sorry. Do you have... Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. I can only presume you're here to tell me. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible. You're really gonna push this? I'm listening. I think we can... I think we can work something out. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. You go in once, and all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data... Freestar scientists will... So, do we have an... Excellent.
Last very long.
Don't make me regret this, Captain. Code generator's just this way. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Seems like only yesterday. It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. That we didn't run apart from one another. Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy. I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. Would it actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way? Something you need? Dropping off a few choices? Goodbye. Yes? If you have any gear, until later.
seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suspect. Tell me though, is the rest of the city... Is that right, huh? Now, you were sent by the UC, and the broadcast spoke of a worrying occurrence. So the UC requires... the preservation. But if I am to grant you access, I have... For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is.
As the chair of Constellation, I take
Well then, please. Let's hope it still works. There. Let it be used for good. I will not have House Varun be...
That last click is so satisfying, isn't it?
What?
Captain. Wait. Did you saved him? And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitor. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to Here, the UC absolute best behavior.
We've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Captain, congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Everything good? We're here to help.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. So whenever you're ready. Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. You're carrying the most comprehensive... Certainly doesn't mean it's going... Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, the Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss.
Indeed. The most important.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me. Captain, are you ready? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength. Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the Here, your official ID, and we've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved. Now, the other item we need. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something, and they've stated they'll only share it with you. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see... I'm sorry, I can't share. Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator.
Lived in New Atlantis almost my entire life, and I had no idea this place even existed. The UC certainly excels at keeping secrets.
Logging, authorized entry, unsealing access. Down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, which is why I hoped we could speak. There's a reason for... I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as... I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe it. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply a sacrifice on the altar of even my death served. Which, right now, an effort you and my, though I am, has she shared with you the need? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become but the universe. And I think I have a part to play in helping. After some long years earning the trust, helping them gather intelligence, with quite a few successes I might add. The names and locations, I'll tell you where they are. There is a former colleague of mine. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colonies' more, if it dealt death. When the Colony War ended, but I finally... I'm not expecting him. Bring me evidence that the job's done. You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it. Captain, your files indicate a track record of and this? If that's what you required, according to my information, he's been hiding around. There's a star station in the vicinity.